No, I can't see my own hair.
All right.
What did we left off? Oh, sorry. Wrong program.
Oh wait,
Bro,
oh god,
wrong car.
wait, what? When we left off? Wait, we left off? That's something I didn't know. I didn't know we did that. Did we do that? When we left off, the party was podcasting.
No, you know what I should do? No, hang on.
Good lord.
Oh
Wait, started.
no, I can't say
Hi,
that because
guys.
I can't say that because he edits these. Never mind.
What's wrong, Jimmy?
I mean, I'm sure you can get away with it. I don't know. Maybe.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
like-
hold off on it because he will expect it when I do it then.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But anyway, yo, welcome back everybody to the podcast. We got Vic again. Fuck
Hi.
yeah.
I'm
Nags
back.
and Beast as well.
It's
Yeah,
been a
Vic's
while.
here.
What's going on?
He's actually here, man.
know,
It's because of
man.
the times. It's because we're actually organizing shit properly this year. Oh
It's
my
almost like
God.
we have a proper schedule to go off of.
I mean, we did before, but this one's
You
also
know what I
proper.
mean? We have enhanced.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to
Yeah, we've
schedule.
advanced. We've upgraded ourselves.
We've ascended.
We've ascended to the planes
Ascend
of
to
ascension.
godhood.
Yeah. We've ascended to the
You-
planes of
I'll-
ascension.
It's
Dude, what the hell's wrong with us, man?
It's-
actually
okay,
wrong
the
with
shorter
this?
list is what's not wrong with this, all right? That's a whole
Yeah.
pod episode in and of itself.
True.
I, for one,
I
am
mean,
down
well-
for a deep dive.
What's not wrong with us?
My hair is nice.
That's it. Oh. We don't talk about hair here, Beast.
Listen,
Motherfucker.
my hair. I said.
My hair too. But
We should do
No.
we should do like a Star Trek parody episode where the dipshits, commanding a ship, go where no man has gone before, into our own fucking psyches.
oh god. Dude, I would
The frog needs
die.
the gem first.
I would actually die.
I thought you were gonna say we go meet our evil twins because I know yours is just you with a goatee, but
All
the
you gotta
goatee
do
is
is
on your
fall
forehead.
asleep and meet my evil twin. Shit.
Gotta catch me on a bad
Dude,
day.
yo, Vic's fucking
I'm telling
dream
you.
self is a
I
demon,
He's-
dog.
he's a-
warn people
cunt.
about this. Dream me if you ever dream about me, and God help you if you ever do. For starters, Dream me is an asshole. I take no responsibility for what Dream me does or says. My evil twin is in the dream world.
We'll
So
call
if
him.
I ever
we'll,
appear
call
in your
him
dreams, that's not me.
we'll call him Vok.
Dude. Vok. Vok.
It's Vok their 7, bro.
the adventures of Vok Machina.
Actually,
wait.
no. Actually, hang on. If it's his evil twin, Vok their 6. Why not?
Damn.
Voctor 6. Voctor 6. I'm down for that. Vokchenzo.
Fuck Chenzo. What?
Vokchenzo.
God damn, of course, I get a message from now. You see this guy? Number one bullshit guy.
Oh,
I
now
hate it.
you notice it. This motherfucker.
I'm sorry, I was
Yeah,
doing things, alright?
He's not good at remembering. He's not.
It also
good.
doesn't help that you're on Do Not Disturb all the time.
It's true, dude.
I don't like
ever
the beeps.
since-
I still have the notifications. I don't like the beeps.
No, I'm telling you, ever since like this one event in time, like I forget what event in time happened. Like I think it involved like some shorty or some shit like that. I don't fucking remember at this point. But ever
fucking
since
right now.
then, you've had yourself at Do Not Disturb, Vic, and it's
Yep.
been pissing me off. It's been
Bad.
pissing me
Deal with
fucking
it.
off.
No,
Get over
no,
it.
no,
I've
no,
been so
no, no,
mad.
I need to be real. I know. I need to be 100% honest with you, Vic. It doesn't personally. It don't piss me off, but I've had Wallace in my DMs because he's tried to get a hold of you, and because you're a Do Not Disturb, you unintentionally ignore his ass.
Oh no, okay. I love Fallis to death, and he's probably gonna see this. And I'm talking to you here, Fallis. Fallis does this thing, right, where I'll post something in a public channel, and he'll reply to it by DMing me, and I have no idea what he's fucking talking about. Just reply to it in the public channel. Why you gotta DM me about it? I don't know what you're talking about. I post publicly a lot of. He'll
He
comment
was telling
on
me
it
like
in my
he was trying to get a
DMs.
hold of you over for like character related shit in the DMs.
Oh, that happens too. But like,
It's funny. Vic will message me like, bro, like we gotta like make more shit for Brown Chicken EP. And Fathers out of nowhere is just like, oh, what about Brown Chicken EP? Just DMs him out of nowhere. We're like, what the fuck,
yeah,
dude? Like,
just
how the hell's that work?
comment
Okay,
where
no.
it makes sense.
No, here's
No, but-
what I feel. Here's why I feel bad, right? I
Just
feel
make a
bad because
DM
Vic
group chat.
reliably responds to me all the time when I DM him.
Me too. Me too.
There's a reason for that.
Vic over here like, caught me red-handed. What? How do I explain?
Me and Vic don't DM that much. A lot of the time we just
I
go, hey, let's talk into a voice chat.
Okay, no,
'Cause
right,
it's
Yeah, no,
easier.
real-
me and
real
don't really
shit.
interact that much unless like we're in the same room on something.
Yeah,
Real
we tell-
fucking
like-
shit though.
It doesn't happen.
I know for a fact part of the reason Vic responds to me and Dio is because like our DMs is this fucking DM triangle because we all DM for each other.
It's true. It's true. If you think about
Basically,
it,
yeah.
right? It's like I messaged Vic. I'm like, "Yo, good morning, dog," and then I messaged Nang. It's like, "Yo, good morning, dog," and then they both respond, and then I have like something D&D to say to him, and then
Yeah,
we just go
always
on with their
without
day.
fail.
I'm like, oh, Nags, like, I'm so excited for like this thing for Damien, or like, hey Vic, like, I want to do like this for Ginjo or Toya, and
But no,
and then we go on and
speaking-
have like a whole ass conversation. My whole morning at work goes talking to Vic and Nags.
No, speaking of D&D though, that fucking spell you gave Shay, Jesus, or you told Shay he has to cast, and the rest of people fuck me.
It was
Oh,
big
we have
spell.
the spells that he was casting from Nim.
Yeah, we have to reason with a platinum dragon for a scale. We
Mhm.
have to reason with the
Oh.
I don't even know if Hydras can speak, but we have to reason with the Hydra. We have to potentially reason with a gold dragon if we just want to use a fucking miracle to get its gizzard, and then a Tarask. We just got to punt.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we have
Good
to
luck.
fuck up a Trask.
Yeah, there comes the hard part, punting a Tarask.
That's the thing, man. That's the
We
thing.
know there's one
Well,
out
okay.
there wandering around somewhere.
Here's and that should scare you because that means it exists
Yeah, we know.
somewhere. It's
It
okay. Your
does,
camera
and
just
that's
has dry
scary.
eye.
Dude, my camera's
So
like,
this
hey man,
stream is
I'm just
sponsored
gonna
by
turn
Clear Eyes?
off and yeah, I'm gonna turn. Whoa, is it? Shit.
Whoa.
Wait, Sheldon's
Whoa.
part of Clear Eyes? I don't know that.
Don't put the idea in his head.
Eyes, help me get better at forging.
God, no. Hang on. Can we talk about?
Let's me see
Can
the
we also talk
delicates
about
in the meadow.
Toya's fucking promotion?
Yeah.
Everybody got promoted.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Toya's is promotion to being able to have hirelings now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I get to do that. I want to see if I can
Toya,
make some fun
Bardir,
hirelings.
and Barrack.
Yep, we can do that now.
You
We
already
got- we
know
got
Barrick's
this.
probably going to be hiring more people to help out in the forge.
Toya's probably gonna like hire like a whole like slew of martial artists, and then they're all gonna become like
Well,
shinobi.
you only
in
have the one
fucking,
slot,
like,
Chief.
Yeah, but like as she gets promoted, she gets more hirelings. So think
That's
about
fair.
it. You start with one, she gets her right hand man, and then she starts getting like more people in her shinobi squad, and then they're like the shadow company or some shit, bro. It's fucking crazy. It'll be crazy, dude. Imagine we just have water genasi shinobi just going around beating the shit out of people, assassinating people. You know what I'm
This is
saying?
when you can find
That'd be
more
sick.
water genasi easily.
I mean, Vic says we can create these characters, so
Yeah. So
who says I can't make water genasi?
nothing.
Nothing.
Well, you think you
Exactly.
Toya to just reproduce asexually? I just split in half. And there's
She's
another
not Whisper.
little Toya.
She's multi-man.
He's not Whisper, no.
What? Okay. What if Whisper did that though, and just figured out how to?
As long as she
Cellular
never makes
division.
that, as long as she never
Yeah.
makes that fucking sound, you can do it.
Fucking dude, I'd be thing 1 and thing 2 for real then.
Oh God.
Two of
Dude,
her running around with how strong
Whisper
she is.
scares
Oh,
me.
Good lord.
Whisper scares me. Cellular division and the stats don't split. That's fucked up.
Well, see, that splits
That's
the
not
HP.
good. Yeah.
Now you have two things that can reactively bite anytime they get hit by something. I love
Yep.
that. I love that feature so much. I know it's all homebrew and shit, but like, if you think
God.
about it, it fits her so well. Because it was originally the Circle of Hunger. It was a druid homebrew subclass, and we made that a barbarian subclass.
So you just reworked it into
Path of Hunger,
barbarian.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
worked it. Yeah.
Because being a mock, she is kind of an ooze-based being, right? She's a monstrosity technically, but the way that we have it in the story was she was born out of the ooze. You know, potentially the same ooze that swallowed the entire town. You saw how hungry that was. You saw what it did to the dogs. You saw what it did to the buildings. Everything just went.
True.
Yeah, you saw what
multipass.
happened when it gestated inside something long enough.
Oh yeah, but Whisper coming out as like kind of like a white ooze, like a. I
think it was gray.
Chemical formula. Was it gray? It was
It's like
gray. you're
white
right. I believe it was
mage of
gray.
oozes.
It wasn't. It
dog.
wasn't
That's what
quite
it
a
is.
black pudding because they had added so many like compounds and stuff to it. Which is, if you ever document exactly what they put into that, Nags, I will be very happy.
Oh,
I was scared when we fused solvent glue with Whisper. Or sovereign glue with Whisper,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
she
no,
fucking
yeah.
got sticky
You know,
hands.
I never thought to point this out. Right, by
or
the way,
stickier hands.
while you were created, you are technically a test tube baby. Technically, you and Rick are related.
Interesting.
You have the
Interesting.
same parent.
This is true. This is true. Even if we were
Well-
created different ways, yeah.
Well, no, wouldn't they? Was it my mom or was it my aunt?
It was both. It was both. So technically, Whisper has two moms. One of them being your mom.
Yeah, so I'm like she's like my half sister monster
Kind of.
thing.
If
That's
you
weird.
think about it,
Dude, my family's fucked.
right?
Like,
So I really, honestly though, Rick as a character is somebody that I playing Whisper and really, really interested in like intertwining stories with.
Yeah, I want to see the
Because
dynamic between those two.
Whisper is a kind of a pure, innocent, directable,
She's
destructive
impressionable.
force. She's a completely purely destructive force. And somebody like Rick could use that to his advantage easily. Right?
oh yeah.
He sees the potential in what she can do. He sees
Oh.
the potential in how
And here,
damaging she can really be.
and just to
and-
give you a little peek into the meta of it. Yeah, Rick right now is feeling very pissed off because he just had power ripped away from him.
Uh-huh.
True. Oh,
So
because of the
everything Whisper does,
whole.
she thinks she's
My
whole
demon,
loss
my
of the
demon was
demon, yeah.
taken. My demon was taken. The thing that I was keeping from others because it's extremely dangerous.
yeah.
Well, you were also getting your ass fucked up. So if nobody did anything,
I was
about
mentally
it, then you
fucked.
would've-
Yeah, no, I was.
Yeah,
pretty
you
fucked up.
were gonna get your shit rocked. So the only thing Damien could think of was
Well,
breaking one of his.
I wasn't gonna get
armature
my
weapons
shit
to-
rocked. Everybody else was about to get their shit rocked, but I
Oh,
was
yeah.
also gonna get my shit rocked.
That's
because
why I
it was gonna be a
said-
big fight.
That's why
Yeah.
Damien was just like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna use one of my weapons and sacrifice it to save everybody else."
Oh yeah,
Because he personally does not want his objective to end where right there. He wants to continue.
Yeah, speaking
To his
of using your
objective.
using your weapons and whatnot, I wonder what's gonna happen to all that glass you left back in the desert.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if we saw how like the glass raptors animated and things like that. There's obviously something that can control that. Whether
Yeah,
it's
I
the same
animated
type
one.
of glass that may have something to do with your story.
Maybe.
'cause you're obviously
Maybe.
not the only being that has that power.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You've just
I mean,
found another-
considering I controlled one of the glass raptors, called it Terry, and then took it with me. You know, that's
Yeah.
fucking. That's great.
no,
you know, we have
that-
Terry, and then I have a spectral dog named Jimmy. So
I'm
It is-
so eager for this to develop because I feel like through this campaign has had some of the most and this I don't mean this as like an insult or anything like that. It's had some of the most bland characters out of any of the campaigns that I've played, mine included. Because Whisper is a fairly bland character. What's her origin? That's easy. Origin just happened. She's got no backstory. What's her motive? What's her purpose? She doesn't have anything. There's nothing for the DM to work with, right? So I classify that as a fairly bland character. A lot of the other characters are a lot better set up, and what I'm kind of really interested in is starting to interface with the other characters in such a way that it becomes meaningful and generates more purpose for the people that she's interacting with. The birthday session that we did for Captain Jack wasn't really that interesting of a character until this birthday session happened, and he had to make a choice. That choice, I think, defines his entire character from this moment forward. Because what did he do? He chose world over self, right? And now his
He did the one thing you never expect from a pirate.
Yeah,
True.
Exactly, and that's exactly what Talma was expecting, is him to be the pirate that he always has been every single time they've met, right? Because this has happened before, and it will happen again, or at least he thought. But he kind of just broke the cycle there. Everything kind of hinges on that decision. From this part forward is uncharted.
Yeah, it's
Because
like,
he
what
never
is
made the
this
same decision.
branched off path going to be now?
Exactly.
He went
So this
from
is new
cool
territory, and now
weapon
his
to a big
entire
ship.
his entire character and his entire backstory includes every single member of that crew, that underwater place that you went to with the advanced technology, and this potential antagonist that he may just have made an ally with. That's so much content in one character now. And
That
now we're
is-
about to do
that
the same
is-
with Lemmy. We're about to have this.
God, I
this-
can't get over the fact that Beast's resting bitch face is like resting angry.
I'm just listening. I swear.
No,
listening to
I
your
know,
research,
but like
but,
you
like-
just have like most people have resting bitch face where they just look unamused. You have resting glare, my dude.
He's the
Yeah,
rage
I
machine.
have
What do you
resting
expect?
anger.
It's because
face.
I'm constantly filled with anger, Nags. Okay, like I'm angry at the world.
So, but, okay,
Uh,
so for this Sunday coming up, we kind of have the same opportunity with Lemmy to
Yeah.
really establish, because Lemmy, it was set up fairly well, but so far the interaction has been fairly bland with her. We haven't gotten to really dig into
She's
who
just
Lemmy
been
is,
generic
what
noble
Lemmy is.
number 87.
kind
True.
of like Leonin sorcerer trying to make illusion magic work, but it's not quite working out. Like, those are the biggest moments that have happened with Lemmy.
Yeah.
She has facilitated a lot of things, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she
she's been
has.
the money bags, but
She's
she
got
has yet to
a
have.
lot
We
of
haven't
cash.
really
found
been able to explore her
The-
origins, her character.
The deepest thing that's happened with her character is having her patron ripped apart while she was sleeping.
Yep.
Right. That's the most
Rick did
significant
that.
event Lemmy has personally had, and
Yeah.
maybe losing Turlik.
Yeah.
Right. So those, but that was all dependent on another character, and
I'm just happy.
You know,
I'm just happy we gave Damien a lot of
And-
of development as a character.
well, that's where I was going next too, because I feel like Damien is a very difficult character to play. I think you set your.
It was
difficulty
difficult
level
to
the
come up with
max.
storylines for.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So because like you have this character who has the bandit background, so the day-to-day interactions can be kind of easy. Like that given the chance, he'd rob this store, he'd rob it
He'd
blind,
steal
he'd do
shit.
whatever,
Yeah.
right.
absolutely.
So and that's
Yeah.
the fun part of Damien, but the deep part of Damien is harder to access because you have the Bandit King, right? That's somebody that is an authority figure, somebody you look up to, somebody who you hope to succeed one day, perhaps.
Perhaps.
But now you have
Wasn't he
Stormshare
confirmed
attached to
dead?
you.
Yeah,
I was
he
gonna
doesn't
say.
have much to succeed because he fucking
Yeah.
died.
Right?
He's dead now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if all of those are dead, who are some of the people that you care about that you'd want to make sure if they're alive or not? I would say Sid is one of those, right?
Yeah, Sid is
Sid
very.
was
He's very
Sid
close
was a close
with Sid.
friend. Yeah.
Mhm.
So those things I think can really influence how Damien works about his day. Maybe he, instead of robbing places, he starts getting more serious, spending his free time trying to research, this area of the world. Has there been any sightings of an acid genasi, or something odd like that? You're looking for traces of, because it could be Beast. I don't know how far you are in Days Gone.
I'm at.
Have you-
Oh fuck.
Have you gotten to a hyper militarized camp yet?
I don't think so.
No,
Okay,
he's not
I'm
that
not gonna
far.
say.
He's not that far.
Okay.
He's not that far.
Well, but you know what I'm talking about, right? It could be a situation in which, like, you're looking for all of these signs, right? You have no idea whether this person is alive or not. There's been no hard evidence either way. So it's just this burning question mark, right? So I feel like if you were to take inspiration to play Damien, I think you could take a lot from Deacon St. John.
I could actually.
And I think
honestly, I can see the parallels.
Yeah, because of that kind of roadster personality, that's Damien to a T, right? He's got his own code and everything like that, but he's kind of a free spirit. He doesn't want to be locked down to an area.
He's a nomad.
He's cool with traveling. Yeah, he's cool with traveling as a group. You know, I'm not going to shoot an unarmed woman kind of thing. That was one of Deacon's biggest hangups. You know, somebody messes with women or children, he goes ape shit on them, right? Like so. I feel like a lot of those traits work really well. Maybe even some of Boozer's traits too. Right?
Maybe.
Because Boozer's kind of a rebel, you know.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit more in favor of letting shit go, and you know. But once you finally rile him up, he's like a bulldog. He's not going to let go until whatever he's shaking is dead. Like,
True.
So these are a lot of really cool traits.
There's still a lot I need to work on with Damien for sure. Because even I myself am trying to think. I'm like, okay,
exactly.
You know, what do I do?
So in the interest of helping.
The only problem is his patrons being a motherfucker. His patrons being a motherfucker.
There was there was actually an interesting thing that happened with Nags' campaign early on. About like I think what was it like eighth episode mark or something like that. Nags, remember when I said I thought about killing Rick?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. We made another character and everything. We're like we made an idea
just
for
in case character.
Just in case he did die, but like I thought about actually just going, yeah, he's gonna die for some reason.
He's dead now. Yeah.
I'll figure out like a legit way because we didn't really think into it that much because it was kind of just more like a thought. Because I was like, what if he died and then he came back? Maybe I was like,
I mean, story wise, it would make sense because Rick was built to kind of be an anti-party character, right? He is a danger to the party. In his neutral state, right? Because he's got an amount of things that can trigger danger, right? He's got the true form, he's got the demon, he's got all sorts of things going on.
Oh yeah, you guys never even saw the dangerous personality. You never saw it.
No, and there's so many things untapped. But point being that Rick in and of himself was a liability.
Yes, 100%.
Kind of like Verdun.
That's a big part of his character that he's a liability. Yeah. Extremely useful. Rick was extremely useful in everything he does, but he's fucking dangerous. He's like a bomb, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and that can be really dynamic for a party, but it can also be really challenging too.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that Anarchy in Erie is probably, of the campaigns that are running, of the 4 campaigns that have been run, I think Anarchy in Erie is probably the most challenging to DM.
You have no idea.
Because of the party makeup.
It's quite challenging to play. So
you got your work cut out for you. The Dawn Ravens are easy to DM for, man. The Curse of Strahd, party, that was easy to DM for. Maelstrom, once I got them locked down, they were easy to DM for. All I had to do was hit them with something. They got pissed off and they go kill it.
I think
all they had to do was have
what
the
I
armor
like
come up
about
and slap them, and then they go.
What I like about Dawn Ravens is they evolved from look at something and kill it. They've actually taken more routes for conversation. They've taken more different approaches to situations other than just I see this guy, he looks bad, let's deck him up a little bit.
You're learning
just
to
what it
live
is.
the world rather than play the game. And that's important as a player. That's where you've kind of evolved as a player. Living the world also depends on the accessibility of the world. And in Anarchy in Area, the world has changed. So we have to learn the world all over again.
Yes.
With these same characters, kind of. So it presents kind of another layer of intricacy, I would say, and which is not necessarily a bad thing, because if you can write that correctly and you can make that interface with each other, that it has some of the highest potential of any world building and storytelling out there. But it's hard to do.
Yeah, I'm over here like, you guys have given me some inspiration for Damien, just a little bit. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
I'm hoping so.
still thinking about how to
'Cause
I'm still thinking about how to play him still. Though
the
I'm at least being a little more active with him.
I feel like when you create characters, you usually end up having a specific inspiration for that character or a mix of inspirations, kind of like I did with
I do.
Talma, because I
I
based
do.
Talma heavily off of Adar from
Mhm.
Rings of Power. I
Mhm.
based Strahd heavily off of Mads Mikkelsen's portrayal of Hannibal Lecter, right? And I feel like you do that with your characters,
Mhm.
which there's nothing wrong with
That's
that.
accurate.
We just have to find really good parallels that you can kind of take from and put on.
Mhm.
Like get a good buffet of traits in front of you so you can take and put them on your plate, right?
I think the thing with Damien, at least for me, is as opposed to a lot of the other characters I made, Damien, his creation was only based off one character's skill. That's it. Like his
It was off of
ability to
Noctis's
do.
Armiger, right?
Well, it was actually Arden's Armiger more than
Arden's Armiger. Okay.
more than
Yeah.
Noctis's Armiger because
But there was no. It was a mechanic.
Arden's
it
is
wasn't a
far more
personality.
dark. Yeah,
It's far more dark.
The most I got out of
chaotic, even.
far more dark, chaotic version of Armiger than what Noctis has, right? And that's what I was trying to go for because you see a little bit of that dark chaoticness coming from Damien's Armiger itself, where he has these this bloodthirsty little thing that just happens out of nowhere. It's like a parasite.
It was fairly Noctis at the start, and then we further augmented it into or transitioned into the Arden once I had introduced the thirsty weapons
Thirsty.
into the world.
And the thing is, though, that's how Arden started too. If you play Final Fantasy 15's episode Arden, Arden
I still need to play
starts
that.
off very Noctis-like. He starts off very Noctis-like until something bad happens that ends up making him that
In the
dark,
words of the
chaotic person.
in Batman terms, he had that one bad day.
Yeah.
He had that one bad day.
But the thing is, when creating a character, knowing what personality values will be behind the things that you select, and Damien just happened to be unlucky enough that there wasn't a lot of personality attached to the mechanic, right? Because it's still, how long have you been playing Damien, and you're still kind of trying to figure out what his personality is?
A while.
Right? Yeah. So
a while.
and that's not a slight. I've had that happen with characters too. It's
That's happened to me with Toya. To be fair,
yeah, but having
right?
that Deacon St. John image in your head, or that what is that, Cole from Infamous? Is that what his name?
Cole
Yeah,
McGrath,
Cole.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cole McGrath.
Cole McGrath would be a solid inspiration for Damien, right?
I would say
just
he's more
some
of
some of these.
what's his nuts from Second Son? Forget his name. Desmond.
Delson Rowe.
Or
Delson.
Delson.
Yeah. He's
Delson
much more of a
Desmond.
Delson
Who's
compared
Desmond?
to a Cole.
Okay, yeah.
Who's Desmond?
I was
Desmond
thinking
Miles.
Assassin's Creed.
Desmond Miles is
is from
Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
yeah.
Delson Rowe
So,
is
yeah,
second
just-
son.
So many
kind of-
D's. Deacon, Delson, fucking
Right,
what the
I know,
fuck?
right?
You're like, what the fuck?
So, if I were to give any advice to people that are trying to learn how to play D&D and make good characters, definitely use inspirations. Have a character that you have as an inspiration. Watch their scenes, practice their lines and their pattern of speech until you start really getting them down and understanding how this character thinks. And then you think, what facets of this character can I apply to my own character? What do I want to keep? What do I want to strip away? In the case of Deacon St. John, his voice actor is insanely talented. So the way that he inserts natural pauses and stutters and backpedals into his speech is very advanced. And if you're studying that and you're learning how to do that,
He also
he answers the radio, right?
yeah.
Hey,
he's
it's
also
Ricky,
one of
can
my
you come-
favorite.
yeah.
He plays one of my favorite characters in a different game,
Starkiller.
Starkiller,
Yeah.
from Force Unleashed.
Who
So
honestly, if
it's great.
here's the thing, you can follow the voice actor and use Starkiller as a really good basis for Damien.
He's also the best Darth Maul portrayal ever
Yeah,
True.
because he's Darth Maul in the Clone Wars.
did not know
Yes,
that.
the voice. Yeah, the voice. He is Darth Maul in
shit.
Clone Wars.
So
My
like, these
favorite
are-
Sith.
You've just given yourself 3 people by the same voice actor that you can potentially draw off of with Damien,
That's true.
depending on the
That's
level
true.
of corruption that you have, right?
I mean,
I also do plan on looking back at Arden again. And you know, seeing
Yeah,
if I
you
can
like
grab
Arden as a
anything from
character,
him.
then yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because Arden was it had a very unfortunate story. So
Yeah.
there is that sort of aspect of it, right? Because
Yeah.
a little background on Damien, I might as well give some. He started as Royal Guard, like actual Royal Guard. So he started very Noctis-like.
Mhm.
And then after all this shit happened and he became a bandit and then he went on this adventure that sort of changed him, corrupted him, and his armature
Damien's
changed with
still
him.
going through his one bad day, even
Yeah.
Now. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
honestly, we could really do well to kind of focus on that. Really,
Yeah, and
bring us into some
and-
flashbacks. Bring us into some.
yeah, no,
some
I
depth
have
in some history.
stuff like that planned, and like
Okay.
as much as Damien resents him,
Yeah.
Stormshire is helping Damien find himself in a way.
Yeah. Which is a
True.
really interesting kind of full circle moment for Damien, right? That should have had a lot more weight than I felt like it had, because of all the established history between him and Stormshire already that I didn't know about.
Yep.
It's like when Wheel of Time forgets to mention how the magic system works, and I gotta pause it and tell you, and then we watch the series, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
feel like that was
remember
left
when we
out.
did that. I remember
Yeah.
when we did that. First
Yeah.
episode, you're like, all right, this is how the
I have to tell you a
magic
few
works.
things.
Yeah,
Here's the crash
here's your in-flight tutorial.
Yeah. It's just here's the crash course. Take it. And then
Yeah.
I understood way more. I enjoyed it way more.
Because
Either way, Wheel of Time was really cool.
What a Taveran was, and what the significance of 4 of them in the same village is, right?
Mhm.
They don't tell you what a Tirang Real is. They don't tell you about Teleran Riod, which is the world of dreams. They don't tell you about a lot of stuff. So missing information can be very powerful. It's just like if somebody had never seen any of the Lord of the Rings series, and you wanted to watch the Rings of Power with them, right? You'd pause at the beginning and be like, millennia after this, there was one ring that this evil sorcerer named Sauron forged to control all of the races.
Mhm.
And there was a little hobbit who made a journey to throw this ring back into the mountain that it was forged in, so that way he
the
could
fires
use
of
it,
Mordor.
right? So
Mount Doom.
you would explain about Mount Doom, about Mordor, but exactly how powerful Sauron and his orcs were, and
Yep.
why they're a threat. And then you would hit the play button, right? Because that's all they really need to know.
Yeah.
There's a
Rings of
couple
Power
more,
was
like,
good.
Yeah, Rings of Power. It got a lot of hate. But
I
Rings
thought
of
it was
Power
really good.
Solid.
I enjoyed it, dude.
same.
I was as a Lord of the Rings fan. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it, man.
I do kind of like Galadriel does come off with a little bit of the Mary Sue syndrome, right? But unlike most people who get that very derogatory moniker, Galadriel is immortal, right? She is, one of the first elves. She is one, she has been around since before the first sunrise, right? So
She's been around a long time.
yeah, this overwhelming just power and force of will and personality of hers, it has a reason. It makes sense. She's not just this, inexplicably perfect and powerful high school girl who is totally human, but right? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's
No,
a reason for her attitude.
I
and for her
I really
person.
liked Rings of Power though. Like
Yeah.
the way they explain the things in Rings of Power. Like I feel like in the Lord of the Rings movies, at least, there were, even though like especially with the extended cuts, fucking 3 hours
I
long.
need to see those. I've never seen the extended versions.
Really, if you want, you can borrow my Prime Video, or we can sit down and watch them together.
Bro,
if you're
we'll
down
just
to
watch
watch
party
3
that shit.
hours,
I'm down.
we can watch party at some time. But I have the entire trilogy collection, like for the movies, extended cut.
Yeah.
Just on Prime Video, I have them 4K remastered,
Honestly,
whatever the
because
fuck.
I've been craving like Wheel of Time or
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings content. So having that to hold
Or even
me
some of
over
that high fantasy.
would be
high
Okay,
fantasy.
no, that reminded me of something, and I hate that it reminded me of this because this is a terrible movie. it is just your basic fantasy movie, and then suddenly a portal opens up to the modern age, and you have orcs in fucking jeeps with guns, but they're still
the
medieval orcs.
Warhammer?
What?
No,
Warhammer?
and it's the weirdest thing because like there's this one main
What is the movie
antagonist.
called next?
I can't remember
What's
the
the movie
name of
called?
it. That's the
This
problem.
guy, you're the worst. You are the
You're
worst type of
that's the
person.
fucking
Such a-
You are the
problem.
worst type of
Cock
person.
I wanna wring your neck, dog. That's
No,
the
I'm
most
not-
fucked
no,
up
I'm
thing
not
you've said.
shitting you.
That's
I'm
the
not shitting
most
you when I
fucked
say
up
this.
thing you've said. It is actually the most fucked up thing you've said to me. This is the most fucked up thing you said to me. I'm
Dragonfire.
actually
Dragon
There you
Orc
go.
Fire? They called it Dragon Fire, and there's nothing.
There's
Yeah,
so
that
many.
sounds
There's
like
like fucking.
failure to me.
There's like Dragonfire. There's fucking Homeworld. There's Orc Wars apparently.
I googled this shit, Nags. You know the two movies it gives me for orcs and jeeps? Gives me Warcraft from 2016 and gives me Bright from 2017.
Bright is more of like a I don't know. Bright
There's also
is
a
like
movie
an
called
Asimar
Orcs.
that's
They will
bald.
eat your face off. Orc Wars.
hmm
You said that one, I think. That's also here. Curse of the Dragon Slayer.
Curse of the Dragon Slayer.
Okay, yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
no,
no.
it's it's Dragonfire, and fire is spelt with a Y.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
They tried to be
It is-
special
it
with
is
it.
so
They tried to be
ass.
special with it. That's so ass.
Okay, they did that Rite Aid thing where you purposefully misspell something so that way it's easily searchable.
Oh my god.
No, and it's just like
You ever notice
mean,
how that's
that's
how
what a lot of
businesses
people
they
do.
spell shit wrong just to on
it
purpose?
is. It is
Yeah,
such
yeah,
a
yeah.
weird. It
They
is
do
such a
that.
trip and a half. Like fantasy creatures, like from their correct
to be
time periods,
vague,
just come
or-
into the
or-
modern day, and
Yeah.
It literally
gonna
sounds
say,
like you're talking about the anime.
But to be
game.
fair, Vic, it's all about SEO, man. It's all about SEO. And then naming your shit differently, like or wrong, just so it's easier to search, helps with SEO. So like I don't
it
really
absolutely
blame them.
does. It's and I hate that fucking works.
It does.
I hate that it works.
because it's
Like, I hate-
unique, or
no,
it's
yeah.
it's qualified as unique.
Because that
Yeah,
particular misspelling is owned by you, basically, at that point.
Yep.
I will
Like-
say Smog would be all over this movie because there's a scene in it where this one bitch has a fucking Barrett 50 cal and starts blasting people under the pretense of those bastards blew up my car. She starts fucking blasting people with a fucking 50 cal sniper because they blew
That
up her
sounds
car.
funny. That
Next,
sounds funny.
next,
That's
I just
metal
wanna
as fuck.
say- I just want to say that we were cruising on like marine biology levels of depth, right? Like where we started needing like lights because, and you just brought us way back up to the fucking surface.
Oh no, I'm aware. Sometimes you need a reality check,
You
okay?
ju- no,
Sometimes,
like
sometimes
that
you
would-
need to be brought back to reality or shot back to reality in this case.
So, anyways,
Uh,
going back to things that like inspired our characters. Yeah, no, Rick,
Yeah.
Rick is kind of based off of like Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry mixed with Alucard from Helsing.
Interesting. That's a good mix.
I can see the Alucard from Helsing. I can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, I
And
can
then-
see
and
that.
then
Okay.
the-
Alucard.
I think well, most people can see the Dirty Harry too. Obviously, he's very Western. You know.
Yeah.
I do not know Dirty Harry, so I cannot draw the connection.
You
you're-
don't know. You don't know
But-
Clint Eastwood?
No,
I
brother.
do not.
No. You know what what vibe? Rick doesn't give me Clint Eastwood. He gives me any
Tombstone?
any John Wayne movie antagonist vibes.
Yeah,
There's always
I can
that.
see
There's
that.
always that one bad boy cowboy in every John Wayne
Yeah.
movie.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I can see the Alucard. I can see it.
I can very much see.
I can
the
really,
Alucard.
I can see the Alucard from Helsing. Definitely.
No,
I didn't
See,
like
y'all-
I said. I didn't go with the vampire thing, other than needing blood, but that was to fuel myself because I'm
Dude,
constantly
I saw-
using my blood.
Dude,
Honestly-
I saw the CJ the Champ video on fucking Alucard. Oh my god, it's so
see-
hilarious, bro.
CJ
But
CJ
no,
the
wait,
Champ is a wonderful channel, and if you
y'all are
like
going on about.
hashtag not sponsored, but fucking shout out to that.
Y'all are going on
Dude's
about like
got some
inspiration.
shit
Like
entertaining.
what
And
inspired?
he does more
your-
than just anime videos too.
what like,
like,
y'all are
he
going
does-
on
he
about
does
like what
breakdowns of
inspired your
MMA stuff and-
characters and whatnot, and I'm just over here like None of my characters were inspired by anything, man.
I mean, they're inspired by
I want to
something.
say that's a talent though, because if you can make completely original characters feel as real as you do, that like you've ascended. Like there's just no way around it. You've ascended. I like to use references for at least my antagonists. My player characters they mostly tend to be original, but
Okay, actually,
my antagonists
that's a lie.
they're definitely
No, that's
Everything.
I can think of one
comes from anime
character.
for me.
I can think of one character of mine that was inspired by something, and that's Orion. He's very loosely inspired by Star Lord.
Okay.
Very loosely. Yeah, I was about to say.
Ryan
Crossbow is
very
100%
loosely-
my own design.
Mhm.
But no,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
no,
I
that's
didn't-
like-
he's
not
not inspired
personality
for-
that he was based
like-
off of.
Yeah, he was
Like-
nothing.
Same with
just like
Calypso, you know.
Just me.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like
can't
Pyrrhic,
even-
Archangel, Hiss, all of those, they're not inspired by anything. That's just shit that popped in my head, and I was like, "That's a great idea."
And you're running a well. Here's the thing, though. Like when you've gotten to that level that you can just do that and make a character that feels real without an inspiration, you've ascended. Like you
Well,
have reached a point
also-
in writing that it works.
I also strive not just on being able to do that, but I strive on not necessarily originality, but uniqueness.
Yeah.
And then I'm over here with like every single fucking Shonen Jump put into one character. That's Ginjo. Fucking.
That's also like basically your first D&D character that you've ever run with. Like run this,
True.
you know. So
True.
like you're still fairly new to this.
That's
Right?
true.
No,
So-
there's
That's true. But I
Figuring
do
out-
like taking heavy inspirations from things I like. Like a lot of it is taking heavy inspirations from things I like.
Because
Like I love.
the first thing you asked
anime.
me, what was it? Can I have a stand?
Can I have a stand?
Because
Yeah.
you were into JoJo at the time.
Yeah, I
He
was
still
binging
is.
JoJo because it was
Yeah.
fucking COVID time, and I
Yeah.
was binging all
Yeah.
the seasons of JoJo.
So hey, I asked Dio if he would try D&D. He said, "Can I have a stand?" I said, "Absolutely." He
I
said,
said, "I'm
"Yeah,
in."
let's run it." I said, what was it? Way of the Astral Self Monk. Easy.
Yep.
Done.
Yep. And then look at him now.
So-
My man's ascending.
yeah, no, but like
Yeah.
in
Now,
like stuff
he's
like
got
that.
2 forms where he's gonna have 2 forms that he can transform into and
Like,
stack
it-
them. That's
like,
anime as
with,
fuck.
with stuff like that though, like obviously everybody's characters were so fucking unique,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
Hmm.
here's the thing,
Some
like
of
I
them took
like
a little more time to flower than others. Like Barrack was a
Yeah.
very slow developing character, but he
yeah, but like,
definitely came into his own.
but no, like we all wrote our characters. Like look at let's use Pyrrhic as an example. I wrote Pyrrhic to the point that he wasn't just a rogue because he's a rogue. He was a rogue because he grew up on the fucking streets having to steal just to survive.
Yeah.
His
And then-
class
and
was
I love
because of
having
his
a narrative.
upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah, no, it does.
And if I can comment real quick, I know the whole OGL thing is going on, but I've been watching a lot of the Dungeon Coach's videos lately. Another fantastic YouTube channel. The
Yeah.
Dungeon Coach is making his own D20 system. And it
Ooh.
includes things like the Pathfinder 3 action points thing, completely reworking how hit points and damage work. Because at the low levels, as a DM, you're afraid of one-shotting and insta-killing your characters. Because if you double their max HP and damage, they're dead. They don't get saving throws. And then you get to the higher levels where they have way too many hit points. They're just chunky beyond all means, and they have no business taking that many hits from, such and such an epic monster, right? I'm sorry, you just got bit in the face by a dragon. How are you still standing?
True.
Right? So
True.
the things that he's doing is kind of reworking the hit point system, reworking the action economy system. Fast combat is what he's going for.
Oh no,
Uh,
that's the thing, right? Like when it comes to stuff like that, I'd be lying if
Yeah.
I said I didn't sometimes. If I'm using like a preset stat block, I'd be lying if I said I don't sometimes double the damage to hit you guys harder in area.
Yeah, like because here's the thing, like when something is doing like 2d10 plus 2 damage, you're like, yeah, you guys take 18 slashing damage. I just see somebody.
Yeah,
roll
when
their
it
eyes.
comes to
Like-
combat rolls, you sometimes have to fudge the numbers and double it sometimes.
Well, it's like like I said the other. I have edited the stat block. Pray I don't alter it further. you know. So like I alter stat blocks, and then as a DM, you know your player's challenge level, right? So if you cut the stat block's hit points in half, but you double their damage, that's a much more dynamic fight because you're hitting for 60, 70 damage a pop. That scares people. That goes, oh, I gotta use resources. And then when they cut the motherfucker down in like 2 or 3 rounds, if it's been hitting them hard that entire time, like they're like, oh, what a fight. Rather than having a fight that lasts 10 rounds and they're trading, 8 damage every hit, attrition fights are not fun.
Well, yeah, attrition is not fun.
It's never fun. So
Yeah.
when in doubt, reduce the monster's hit points and stack their damage. Like have them hit hard. You know?
We
what
got
makes the-
And if you want it to be a fight that means something, sometimes you stack their damage and max their HP as opposed to like
And you can
according to what the
introduce-
stat block says as like their guideline, like this many D10, just give them the max value of that, you know?
You can do that.
Yeah.
And you can also introduce like phases and mechanics. Like
Paragon
you can
monsters.
make it so the
Like the
Paragon
health,
monsters,
like
which
the
have
health
multiple
pools
HP
that you
pools.
did for what's her nuts, you know?
Yeah. There's
Paragons
also
are
another
fucking
technique that I
amazing.
haven't used in a while. That
Mhm.
the boss is immune until you destroy, certain weak points on it, right? So let's
Yeah.
say that there's a golem that has like 4 layers of armor, right? There's a weak spot in the shoulder, and it's got a special AC to hit it. You do enough damage to that, it breaks off the outer layer of the armor, the core is exposed, then you can damage the core, then the second layer of armor grows around, it's got a different weak spot, right? So that makes it more dynamic. They're immune to damage until you open them up. Right?
Yep.
So
Anyway, though.
that's another thing that you can do as a DM.
Yeah.
Um,
True. But speaking of, we have some space mail.
space mail.
Yeah.
Big
So-
mail!
We actually got a couple letters. Fucking Amninder keeps giving her fucking address away.
Yeah,
Dipshit
I
looking
don't know
ass.
why he keeps doing that.
He keeps doing
Shit
it.
ass.
And then we get mail and mail and mail and mail and mail and mail. More space mail. Fucking more space mail. And we have to respond to it or else people get mad. And then,
Yeah, otherwise we're
Well,
the
let's just respond to
assholes,
the
but
space mail. Who's this-
Amninder fucked
who's
us
this
over.
space mail for?
who's just space mail for? So this is for all of us. All right.
Oh.
It reads from someone named Jinxie Magic. Don't know who that
Okay.
is.
Yeah, that's a weird fucking
They
name.
said, what would you say makes the best experience in a session? And I'm assuming that's a D&D session.
Ooh.
I think for me, I would say stakes versus payoff.
Stakes
Right?
versus
I'd have to
payoff.
agree.
Yeah,
No, I would.
because- Go ahead.
I would have to agree, honestly. Yeah. But also,
Okay.
just how well the players and the DM come together to tell the story of that session. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I stand.
Yeah, but to be specific, you want something that means something to the players on the line, like recently Barrick's sanity. Right?
True.
You have quite literally the function of a character that you've known and loved and cared about for ages on the line, and then this asshole who's been manipulating him, right?
Manipulating. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when you get in there and you mop him up, and it's satisfying to know that you made a difference in this man's life. Right, there's your
you
payoff.
literally saved this man.
Because
Yeah.
if not for you, he would not be in a better place right now, and you did that,
True.
right?
I'd have to agree with you on this. Just being able to come together and create like a session where just something happened and it was significant is what drives me to just keep playing D&D, right?
Yeah.
And it's what gets me to play more sessions. Like the past few sessions we had in Dawn Ravens, for example, where like when, as you said, when we saved Barrick by killing the demon in his head,
Yeah.
what the hell? We just solved a problem that's been happening for
Since
the beginning.
multiple
Since the beginning.
since the start, since the start of everything, we solved that problem, and the outcome is Barrick is back to his normal self, and he's stronger than ever. Right? So, to us, that is such an amazing return of value in a session. And then also our previous session where we got Ophanim to catnip, got drugged up, and told us information. And that information led to now the party has a reason to contact Ginjo. Like immediately
the party
contact
has
him.
reasons to contact Ginjo. They have reasons to, you know, accompany like Talus on his quest to go to speak with Tyr, etc. Because
Exactly.
we need to rally everyone we can against fucking Shar now.
Right. Because think about it, right? That one little piece of information that Shar was trying to create the spout plague, that was not in play, right? Nobody knew. None of us knew. We just knew somebody starting it. We need to find out who. But
And now
we
we
don't
know
know who
who.
it is, right?
Yeah.
And now we know who. And Shar, Ginjo's with Shar, something's not adding up here. Now we're starting to get the information out. Now we're starting to get things
now we're
rolling.
realizing Ginjo was never meant to be a replacement. He was meant to be he was meant to be
You were
secondary
meant to
funnel.
divert the flow
he was
Mhm.
he
Right.
was meant to be a thief.
under the pretense of replacing the current Grim Reaper, the current Death. Her
Yeah.
new Grim Reaper would funnel souls to her instead of all the afterlives, which would
Yeah, which-
dramatically increase her power.
Which he did not know.
Mm-hmm. And now that
So-
you kind of know this, and she's caught you in the act, because we basically ended on a note of she's standing right behind me, isn't she?
Yep. Because
That's the feeling
what
we
I
ended
did
up
was I did not take a soul. I let it
Uh-huh.
leave. I let it go back. So
Not only
obviously
that,
she's mad.
but where you traveled to? Because you're in Sunderheart, my dude.
Sunder. Oh yeah,
you don't know
we're in
who
the,
owns
the
that city.
true.
You
I
are
do not.
You should have
basically
heard me.
trespassing.
Yeah, you should have heard me when he explained this to me. I was like, son of a bitch, he's trespassing, isn't he?
I didn't know this was a place I was trespassing. You're just like, oh, you go there, it's your usual spot, you know, and you played it off
Yeah.
like
And,
I've
well,
gone there all the
Ginjo doesn't
time.
know either. Like he just found this place that seems to be, you know, give easy access to the void around, and he's got no clue where he is. He's got no clue who rules this city because he's so new to the Shadowfell.
True. To him, this is just a place that he's looking that brings a little
look,
radiance to the
that-
darkness that's
That
everywhere.
said, this just means if I ever die, I gotta make sure it's in front of Tyr so he could just be like, all right, this is mine. Fuck you.
Basically, yeah. Because you were taught how to funnel souls to Shard, not to actually cross them over.
Yep.
You've
I
never
didn't know that.
You've never sat down with the game of death with someone.
Mm-hmm. Never
which
did.
is kind of the true path. That's when you met death. That was the true path.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. I just thought that was an alternate way.
When she took you to the hovel and she gave you miracles and stuff like that, and you funneled the soul into yourself, that was the part that was wrong,
I see.
and nobody caught that.
Yep.
But it's fine
See-
too. This is all the little things that I've kind of hidden along the way. That now
And
you
the
can go
thing
back
is
and say,
how
"Oh,
is he
you
supposed to
motherfucker."
know?
Yeah,
How is he
exactly.
supposed to know?
There's no
right?
way.
Like he doesn't. He can't know because he thinks he's just doing what is meant to be done, and that is doing the right thing and funneling
But
souls
he
to the
has
afterlife.
Something that Shard doesn't know he has,
Mm-hmm.
which is a line to Jurgle.
That is true, and
Jurgle
he
suspects.
and he also did not say anything to Vrander, which she might have heard. You see the choice of words he went with. He said, "You better go back before she gets mad." Right? I'm sending you back, and he quietly showed the ring. He didn't even speak about the ring. He showed it.
Because you know every wall has ears in this place.
Exactly. So he was quiet, and Vrander picked up on the fact that he's definitely
He's being
hiding
coy
something.
for a reason.
He's being coy.
Let's play along.
So now it's legit just the conversation with Char. Let's see what fucking happens.
This is a race against time for Ginjo, the party, everybody.
Well,
there's
he needs
so
to know
much going
information.
on. And I wish
He needs
Beast
to
was
know
here right
information.
now and didn't step away, but Cosmo just
mean-
lost his powers.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's
he
gonna be
did.
like the biggest thing next session. Is oh fuck, he just lost his connection to his god. What just happened?
He lost his
Because
powers.
I foreshadowed like a month
lot.
ago, 2 months ago, 3 of these motherfuckers heading up towards the Celestial Realm.
True. And we
But
knew
now-
about it.
No, I think we all have a hunch of who fucking sent them now.
Maybe. I don't know.
You're free to discuss your
I think
Theories.
Char is now. I think Char was removing any potential competition that might stand in her way.
Maybe.
Akati is I believe Akati is a greater deity.
Is
That's
she
what
not?
that's what I was saying.
Lesser
Like
or greater, I
anybody,
don't remember, but I think she is greater.
she was getting rid of obstacles in her way, and in a sense, Akati could be that because of Cosmo and all these connections to Ginjo.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
In knowing Ginjo, we have become obstacles to Char.
The thing is, there's a lot of things within this world that are very. One of my favorite things to do is write character story into the world.
True.
For Noroko specifically, if you ever go back to the opera house in the workshop, he's gonna notice something.
Hmm. This
so I
is
built that in. Like
nuts.
I like to take bits and pieces of the character story. We were just talking. I don't know if you were still listening, but
Yeah, I could hear.
about how Cosmo had just lost his powers at the end of the session.
Oh yeah, no, there's that's a big deal.
It's panic worthy,
So
right?
so yeah, no. So yeah, no. Cosmo has wanted to go to, the south this entire time and has not been able to because of stupid shit that keeps happening.
What's to the south?
Well, that's where the voice came from. That's where it was telling me to go.
That was that's
That's what
I
he's
don't
going
think that
off
was
of.
a-
He's
I don't
going-
think
the
that
only
was
one that
Akati.
contacted.
that was something
Well,
separate.
here's the thing. There's only 2 things that can enter Cosmo's mind from his knowledge.
Hmm.
So it's one of the
From
2 things.
his knowledge.
That's what I'm
Well-
saying. From his, that's what I'm going with. I'm playing character now. I can't just.
Yeah,
meta
no,
and be like,
that's
oh,
what
I
I'm
know
saying. That's what I'm
exactly
saying.
it
That's
is.
what I'm saying.
Like,
So in the interest of clearing things up, I think it might have been a little misinterpreted, because one of the things that was said is it's killing us,
exactly, which is like,
not they're killing me.
I know, but I was thinking like maybe she meant like the royal we because she's a goddess.
That didn't come from her.
See, I don't know that. Cosmo just.
Cosmo
this
doesn't
weird
know.
thing.
He's just
Yeah.
he's just going off his instincts, right?
I'm helping you
and
clarify.
that's the thing.
I understand. I appreciate that as Beast, but as Cosmo, he's still like.
Yeah.
He's going off instincts, right? He knows something's wrong. There's an issue.
Because like funny enough, Ginjo is the only character that knows Cosmo has another technical thing in his head. Maybe like Ginjo would be the only one. You're the only one you ever told.
Char explained it.
Yeah, Cosmo was the only told Gizmo. What the fuck?
Gizmo.
That's like Ginjo and Cosmo. Gizmo. Like
It's like if Cosmo was an artificer and he had to name a robot after Ginjo, would call him Gizmo.
Gizmo. Yeah. Gizmo.
Yeah.
God damn it. Gizmo. But no, basically, he's. I in character did not speak until Vic said that's the end of the session. I did not say a word to play that scene out more. Because Cosmo just basically just felt this wave of it's gone.
Yeah.
It's just like
Ginjo didn't know what the fuck was going on. Honestly,
that's why
he
he's
was
just
like, "Bro, what the shit."
God, no. Once again, though, proving that we might have to play into the the whole guild functionality and split the group for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
you
may have to
someone-
choose
no.
to send some hirelings out at some point to do a separate
so-
task to set up.
Some of us need to get like a fast pass up to the celestial plane now. Cosmo for obvious reasons, Archangel for obvious reasons. Anybody that wants to accompany
you can
us.
ask for that.
No, that's what I mean.
You can?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
We need to
frog.
some of us need to go
Oh,
up
true.
there. Some of us need to go to the celestial plane. some of us need to go help Bartier.
Uh-huh.
True. And some of us need to go to Shadowfell, which Verander did give a key to the Shadowfell. We need to find the cubes for that, right? If you
You
remember
have
that
5
board.
of the tiles, and that's
I can
sufficient.
open the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
5
anyway,
of the
you said,
tiles is
we had
sufficient to
a,
go.
you said we had a
Okay.
second space mail.
We had a lot
Oh,
of
we
space
have
mail.
a
Why don't we
lot
get
of
to the
space
next
mail.
ones?
Shit. Yo, so the next one,
I'm-
actually, the next few are from the same guy, but we'll go down the list. Is
Okay.
some guy named Red Viper Boy. Must be a
Alright.
pretty Red Viper. Must be a boy, I think. I don't fucking know. Anyway,
Deal. Shut up.
this is a message for all of us. Another one
Okay.
for all of us. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Teleportation immediately.
Flight.
The power to stop time.
That's a really cool one. I like that one. Personally, I like teleportation because it would eliminate a lot of mundane troubles. I would have
I would just
no
say time
need
control,
for car
actually.
insurance anymore. I would have no need for, to own a vehicle. I would have no need for a passport. I would have no need for any of these things that stop me from going where I want and getting, and meeting the people that I want. You want me to guest star
True.
over here at your podcast? Boom, I'm there. I'm sitting next to you. Right?
True.
Like, teleportation has always been my go-to over any other power.
See, that's my thought with time as well. Because here's the thing. I can speed up my own time of my legs walking.
Yeah.
Boom!
Or
Yeah.
you
Obviously,
could just
type-
pause,
It's-
or you could just
I can pause the world.
time.
I could
You
pause
could
the
pause
world.
the world so
Yeah.
no
Because
time
everyone's
passes.
walking
And then
distance
walk,
if you
and
have
then
the
just
time,
walk.
right?
And then just walk.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Can you break
Yeah.
water's surface tension if it's frozen in time?
I was going to say,
Probably
yeah,
not.
if I pause the world, water's technically frozen. I can just walk on top of it.
Well, see, here's the thing, Jinxie. You wouldn't need to take money straight out of the bank.
You just pause time.
No.
Take some.
You offer a
somebody else's
transportation service. Hey, you want to go to Paris? Boom. $10,000 right there.
There.
You're set.
Yep.
That's more than the ticket.
Yeah, but
No, it's like that because you can get people there instantly. You are instantly better than any airline ever, and you can pick and choose your commissions.
It's true.
no.
See, I've asked
My
this
thing
question
is
before.
my thing is
Go
flight
ahead.
because I felt that experience before, like as a kid, because I launched myself off the fucking swing set at the height of a swing,
Mm-hmm.
and so I felt the experience of flying.
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's a good feeling, that felt
So
good.
being
Even
in
though
love
I
with the feeling, like that's
even
so
though I
powerful, too.
even though I landed on my ass and had to pick wood chips out of my flesh because they pierced my skin, I experienced flight for a little bit, and it was one of the best experiences of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see. My question would be, and I've asked this question before. For superpowers,
Assuming there's no drawbacks.
would being a Saiyan be a superpower?
No, that's an alien.
That's
Like
that's
having
that's
sane
a being
powers.
with a lot of powers. Like what?
Yeah,
what
that's a
one
being.
power
That's a
power
being
alien.
that
Well,
you have-
that's
you can pick
why I was
one
that's what I
power.
was asking.
I
One
wouldn't call it
power,
superpower,
then
call
I
it an
would
alien.
I would agree with either Vic or Beast on either.
It's
time stop or
technically
teleportation.
not a power. It's a race.
There's
fair
two
enough.
things. There's two things I do. My first choice would be teleportation. If I couldn't have that, I would take the power of hyper accelerated perception, where everything moves in slow motion for me, and I would be the most badass fighter on the planet.
So you'd be like,
would be sick.
you'd have one of the powers of the Flash. I got you. Because you can do that.
Yeah, basically,
You can
like
do that. Yeah.
my body would still move at the same speed, but I would
Yes,
be. I
but
would
you
be
could perceive
perceiving
everything
things
quickly.
much faster than
Yeah.
the other person.
Yeah,
So like, if
you
something
would
was
basically
falling, you'd
asking
be more
for,
likely
like,
to catch it.
hyper
You'd see me-
reaction
you'd see
time.
me- I would be like the legendary fighter in the ring, right? He's
Yeah.
this untouchable,
You would
Oh,
be.
then somebody
You would
shoot
be
my ass,
Sherlock
right?
Holmes discombobulated.
I don't know why you bring that up, Roy. Do you know there's a fucking there's a video game for the Protector?
What?
For the protector.
You
Bro,
know
why is
it
everything
ju-
about
it just,
money, though?
It,
Like-
it just keeps going, Dio.
Oh shit!
That has a video game.
But oh god damn it! It just keeps going.
Yeah, that
What
has
deal?
a
What
video
deal?
game.
What if you were to pick one power though? What would it be?
one
From
power.
your think of any superhero and one of their powers. Like what would you want to do? Like weather control? Would it be like the flight, the super strength, the X-ray vision, the heat vision? Like what would you? what would you take as a
Because I've never
talent?
really ever thought about this for myself, you know.
Yeah.
I, honestly, I'd say teleportation as well. Honestly,
You would say teleportation?
because teleportation, as you said, you just go one place to another, no cost. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that's it.
I get you.
Just
I
no
stand
cost.
by.
You go one place to another. Like you want to go to Brazil? Boom, you're in Brazil. You want to go to Mexico? Boom, you're in Mexico.
Go visit Alice? Hell yeah, I'm here. I'm there.
Yeah.
Right?
You want to go? You
There
want
you
to cross a plane? Boom, you're there. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah, like teleportation. It just works.
What's
It
our
works.
next space mail?
The next one is from this
Fuzzy.
Krolok guy. I don't know who the fuck that
Gun
is.
control.
He says, though this is for everyone in the crew. He's asking me for some reason. Dio, why is Amninder such a bucket? My question, he's Amninder. Or my answer, he's Amninder.
My
there's
question
just-
is
I'm not qualified because I don't know the guy.
I'm
It's
qualified
Amninder.
enough to say it's Amninder. He anything that you ask about him, you just quantify it as he is him, and it works. That's legit it. That's legit it.
Who are you? I am you. You are me. No, you are you.
Just him.
You is
But
me.
then moving on
I am you.
from Red Viper Boy again, because I don't know why he
Hey,
decided
I'm on
to.
it with the space. I'm cool with all this space mail. Send the
I
question.
see. I don't know why he's just why he decided to send different letters instead of just sending all of them in one letter. You know, I don't fucking know. Space mail's weird. What would be the best place to live?
Oh, that's tough. Because right now there's
Ooh.
not a lot.
No, there is a place. There
the
is
best
a place.
non-fictional place to live. Beast's house. No.
No. Beast's house with the only change being it has my basement.
I was about to say I get a basement.
Yeah,
Or a
I mean, you can
shed or
go down in
something.
my basement. It just means you're probably gonna get attacked by spiders and squirrels.
Squirrels. Yes.
spiders
And it'll
squirrels.
flood
dude,
regularly.
No, there was
It's insured down there.
insulation. There was
But, like-
insulation in my basement, and the squirrels ate it.
Seriously though, I think it's rough because like things like Iceland is a tourism based country, so a lot of things are really expensive there. Except
There's a
for the
really nice
healthcare.
place. that has,
There's
like,
places in
free-
Italy that are paying people to move there, but they're not necessarily good places. It's a lot of people's dream to live in Japan, and a lot of people get disillusioned after about a year of that shit. They get sick of it. I think ideally though, the experience of living somewhere in Europe and being surrounded by so many cultures and languages, because if you're from the North American continent, right? We only have 3 countries in the North American continent. We're,
Yeah.
like Alaska is bigger than Europe. I think.
I don't know about that one.
Correct me if
This
I'm
guy-
wrong.
I don't know
This
about that one,
guy's-
pal.
I
I'll
don't
be
know
honest.
about that one.
So,
I think it's a little smaller.
but okay, maybe a little smaller, but it's roughly like one of our states is quite literally almost the size of a continent. Like, when then
Yeah.
you go over to, and John Pinette said it best. He was talking about how he was in Nice in the south of France, and he was just craving Italian food, and he was doing the shoot on set, and all these weeks he's been craving Italian food. Since he's all like omeleted out and pomfrited out. I never want to see a another pomfret. And he says, I'm craving. I would love Italian food. Somebody we've been with for 6 weeks says, "Oh, we're only a 45-minute drive from Italy. Why don't we just do that?" Yes. Why don't we do that? I'll kill you later because I need directions. Like, you can just drive to a completely different culture in 45 minutes.
Yep.
That's
That's
really
powerful, man. You
I gotta
For
drive
me,
45 minutes to get to Walmart.
nice. For
You
me,
can
since I
go
already
to-
live in Canada, I wouldn't count Canada, but I would say Norway or Sweden.
See, that's what I was
Norway,
saying. Those,
Sweden would be
those were the two
amazing.
places I was thinking.
Honestly-
was Norway or Sweden, because if I remember correctly, both of those areas have free healthcare, free schooling, free like all this shit that's like amazing. And it's like, why can't the world
I
have
think
that type shit?
Denmark may be another one,
Is it
but I'm not
Denmark?
sure.
Yeah, is it Denmark's nice? too?
A lot of places in
Well, yeah.
Europe, though they do have free healthcare, free schooling, just know
Yes.
that their taxes are way higher.
I know they
Yeah.
are, but even
Way
still, you
higher.
pay less in total.
But that's the thing, though. That's
50% is a
what
lot of
helps with it.
tax.
Yeah, that is a lot of tax. But the trade-off being that you can use these things whenever you need to, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what pays for it, and everybody's in on this, not just the poor people, with the rich people finding loopholes on millions of dollars that they never have to pay because they have offshore accounts.
See,
America's broken.
That's the difference between North
the
America
difference,
and like other areas. Yeah.
difference between a place like, let's say, Sweden, for example, versus anywhere here, you cannot live the life you live here in Sweden. You just can't. Everything that you could get capitalist pilled in a socialist country, and it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't. Like it just wouldn't work. Sweden is, for example, because I'm using Sweden as an example, it's such a place where you would not be able to get like a big ass home that you can get there.
Yeah.
If a lot of it's like apartments and
really
smaller
need
housing,
that,
but
really? Do
like,
you
but you
really
don't need it, right? You don't.
You
You just
could-
get your own space.
Deal. You and I could get a place in Sweden. We could bring Nags with us. Nags and I will work on World's Crossing, and that'll pay the rent. Like
Done.
before any jobs that any of us get, right? Like easy. Like
Pretty much. I'm
So-
sitting here. I'm like, yeah, like it's
Because-
reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to the next,
Next
space mail.
baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, next baseball.
What is the one thing you wish you could change about life?
Food should be free.
That's a tough one. Food, should
Food
be
and
free,
water
you say?
should be free no matter what.
No,
everyone.
no, I got you. Electricity
Yeah,
should
no.
be free because that's what Tesla strived for when he was alive.
True too.
Yeah.
Both. I think both of those.
I would honestly, what I would change is probably the human sense of Sonder, and with it, the human sense of empathy. For anybody who doesn't know what Sonder means, there are a lot of people that you pass if you're in public on a daily basis, right? And there's so many of them that it's so easy to reduce them to a number. Companies do this all the time. What's your employee number? To my old employer, I wasn't Vince. I was 409828. Right? And Sonder is the realization that you go through when you realize that every single person that you're passing has a first and last name and has a family and has a story and has been alive this, potentially as long as or longer than you, and has all of this history and stories they can tell you, and has all this. Every single person has that. Right? They're not just this one Karen that said this one phrase and that's all there is to that person. They're not an NPC. Everybody is just as built as you are, as story-wise, right? That's what Sonder is. And I would change the human level of Sonder to be much higher to really augment our empathy with each other, so that we were not quite so unkind to each other as a knee-jerk reaction,
Mhm.
right? Because we're often much kinder to people we know because we know their stories. Because you're more real to me than that guy I met a couple
Across the
months
street.
ago that attacked me, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But if I knew his name and I knew his story, I would have been a lot more understanding, I think, right?
Mhm.
Rather than as soon as he got in my face, squaring up and getting ready to strike him, I
Yep.
wouldn't have done that. And because we don't have that natural Sonder to us, it's so easy for us to keyboard warrior and trash talk and kill yourself, that kind of thing. Like you see that shit
Yeah,
all the time on the internet
Yeah.
because the people aren't real to them. They're just usernames on a screen.
Just
just bodies
user
walking by you in the mall.
355 6969 motherfucker go die
So
in a hole.
If
You know,
I
like-
could change the level of Sonder in human beings to be much higher, and thus increase our empathy for each other, that's what I would do. Because I feel like rich people wouldn't be so stingy. Poor people wouldn't be so brazen, right? There would be a lot less crime because we would be a lot more cognizant that we're ruining lives.
Mhm.
Right? I feel like it would solve a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Just feeling more for our fellow human beings.
Yes.
That's
I
my
know.
answer.
And
Sonder.
I understand completely because that's the whole thing with the food being free as well. If
Uh-huh.
people that takes away so much first of all, that puts more money in your pocket.
Well,
right away.
it also
You
robs
don't
the
have to pay.
farmers, though. Who makes the food? They have to do all that work to
They
grow it.
get-
They depend on that every year.
Yeah, I know, but in this world, in this ideal world, it's more.
Then we get compensated for it,
Yes,
right?
exactly. They would be compensated in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, giving them like utilities.
Exactly. Like,
give them land,
they're
let them
farming
build
equipment
essentials.
and the land
Yeah.
is free or
Like,
something.
give
Like,
them
completely
land
free.
and don't charge them property tax.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying.
utilities,
But, like,
essentials, stuff like
exactly.
that.
Because if we even if we lived in a water where only water was free and everybody could get access to clean water, we would literally live in a world that was 100 times better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it was just water.
That's fair.
For me,
Actually,
it would be. I wish
sorry.
people. Oh, no worries.
Whoever wants to go.
I don't know why my camera's acting up.
Sorry.
For
you
me,
said it.
it's a lot of what the fuck.
He's got dry eye.
Oh my.
Dio
What
would
the
change his
fuck?
camera. That's what he would do.
Dio just goes, what
would-
the fuck?
Dio would no longer have outdated equipment.
Damn. Okay,
I'm
buddy.
going to hurt you.
You're about to get fucking bopped. You're about to get bopped, brother.
What I was gonna say is what I think. I'm ignoring it.
Doing a 10 out of 10 job
One
with
thing.
that.
Yeah. I think that if people just talk to each other more, if you decide to
Yeah.
understand people
communication.
more and just talk to them, just communicated, that would be nice. Like
Yeah.
just being able to
That is such a good
communicate.
point.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's
I feel there would be so many less like conflicts if we just talked about it.
And not only talked, but said what we fucking meant. How many times do you not say what you mean because you're just trying to be polite, right? We,
Yeah.
as humans, naturally lie and hide things because we don't want to cause a stink, but it makes the situation worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know what?
But that's
you know
what I
what,
mean,
Vic?
right? It's just
You
talk
got
about
a
it.
you got a nice hat. You got a big ass forehead on there, but you got a nice hat.
It's a nice hat.
Blame
It is
chat.
a nice hat.
They picked that Picato. By the way, we're coming up on 8 years in March. I will be giving away this hat. And we're gonna
Fuck,
pick the
you're
next
already.
one.
Oh my god, we already giving
Right?
away the hat. You picked
Vic,
it out
you
like
need to
2 months ago, bro.
No, at this point, and I am rallying all of Vic's fucking viewers who might be listening in to this episode specifically. I need you to rally together and tell him to wear a purple hat so he just starts going down the color spectrum.
Purple.
Because it'd be
That
you
was your
transition
answer.
from pink to purple. It's
Hey. Yeah.
he-
What would you change
like I
about
said,
life?
like I said, just electricity because so much of our lives evolve around electricity now. Just make that
Yeah.
shit free, like Tesla wanted it when he was still alive.
Yeah.
Like Nikola Tesla's entire thing was he was trying to make sustainable and free energy.
Yeah.
And then
makes-
and then
a lofty
fucking
goal.
Edison comes around and is like, patent that shit.
It's like, if you're good at something, never do it for free.
Do it.
What's our next space mail?
Next
Yeah.
one. What is your dream job?
I'm doing it right now.
I would love to be a professional writer in all things that I'm doing. The D&D sessions, the game development, the books. I would love to make my living off of writing and teaching people how to write, I think.
Fair.
Or
Yeah, no.
entertaining people, either way.
Yeah, no,
With
I'm
things that I
doing
create.
I'm doing my dream job right now. I'm getting paid to hang out with my fucking friends.
There you go.
Damn. Yo, that's
you
actually
go.
solid. That's
right,
solid.
right?
For me, anything in tech, honestly. I'm sort of working towards that right now, so I hope I get there. But initially, it was being like an engineer and like making like computer parts. But nowadays, it's like like being able to do like funny enough tech support or something like that. Just something that relates or pertains to technology. Really is what
I-
I'd enjoy. Anything
I know
IT,
what,
really.
I know what Beast's dream job would be.
What?
He'd be a Wii reviewer.
No, porn star.
Porn star.
Really?
Why is that your
Hey, no.
Wait,
Hey,
no,
no.
hang on,
Hey,
hang on.
man.
I want to hear the
He'll
story
be
behind
John
this.
Raramy.
Well, you want to know why my dream is to be a porn star next? TMI, but I have a high-ass sex drive, first of all. That's the first thing. Second of all, who wouldn't want that?
Okay, have you ever researched that, though? Because I have.
Funny you say that. Yes, a little bit.
Because,
And
like,
it's
there's so
not
many, like...
easy to get into it around where
It's
I
not
am,
easy.
I
And it's even for the guys, it's not an easy job.
It's not. It's not. You gotta...
There's so much
not.
that goes into, like, production and presentation.
That's why it's dream job.
There's, like, kind of, like, unspoken rules about posing and positioning and... and subject matter and whatnot. You can't you can't just go bang somebody on camera because it's fun. There's steps and things that you have to follow, and that can be difficult to do, especially.
And here's the thing: sometimes I know for a fact that
they're
you'll
really
go into
over
a
there
scene,
discussing
you'll go into
the
a scene,
logistics of a porno
you'll go
deal.
into a scene, you'll go
It's a
get
job.
sucked, you'll go get sucked off. You won't ejaculate or nothing, right? You won't have nothing happen.
And you got to go to your next job.
And then you just gotta leave. You just gotta go.
Yeah.
You just got blue ball and you gotta go to a next job. Like, it happens. And, like, I'd be okay with it. I'd be annoyed, but I'd be like, fuck it, I'll do it in the bathroom real quick. Yeah. like, it's the truth. It's the truth. Like, I'm not gonna blue ball. Like, no. That
This
hurts.
is the
Everybody knows
shit.
that hurts.
This is the shit we get ourselves into, Dio. We just
Welcome
have to
to
listen to these
Dipshits,
two.
everybody.
You asked
we
me
have-
a question, I answered the
We
question.
just have to listen
No,
to these
that's
two
it.
explain the logistics of being a porn star.
like,
Yep.
Because
Hey,
people
it
think,
works.
oh, they just go on
Okay,
camera,
okay.
they act bad and they get fucked. No,
okay,
no.
and Nags, I understand that you wouldn't understand, right?
Damn.
No,
But
I
God.
understand
The rest of us
completely.
who
I'm just
aren't
over here like,
asexual,
no, I understand it completely. I just would have expected y'all to deep dive into the logistics of it.
Well, because we're trying to be professional.
that's what we're here for. We're here for discussion.
Yeah.
diving
However
equipment
fucking
on,
off
you
the
just
wall
went
it's
in.
gonna be.
What's our next fucking spaceman?
Yeah, what's our next space?
What is your dream vacation?
Porn star.
Porn star. Porn star.
Dream vacation?
not dream job.
Honestly, dream
Yeah,
vacation.
no,
All right, Scotland.
Oh, you want to? Okay.
Yeah, Scotland's my dream vacation.
I hate to be so cliche. Japan and Italy.
Yeah.
You just want to. One of those
Um,
is because Japan, and the other one's because I want to go see my heritage, man.
I want to go. So the two places I want to go. Funny enough, one of them's actually pretty close, Alaska.
Okay.
And then the other one would be somewhere like really like nice, like a beach, like Bermuda or like something.
Get an actual,
Don't
a
get
beach
lost in the
experience.
triangle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I would want. I would
Yeah.
want a really hot location, and then I would want like a really cool and cold location. But like, I want to go to Alaska. Like that's
I
something
could-
I've always wanted to do.
At least if you were to make your way to Washington State, I could easily take you to Oceanside, California, which has some of the most amazing
That's-
beaches I've ever
I know
seen.
that's the one big reason I want to go to Cali is because like I want to look at the
Definitely
beaches.
visit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just make sure I have I'll have a portable freezer to store you in.
Please.
No, I was
I'm
gonna say,
sitting-
Beast-
dude, I would be sitting in the car.
I'll
You're gonna
take
have
him down
AC
there in the winter.
Brother,
Fucking
brother,
Beast.
He would be in the car, have the AC jacked the fuck. I'm sitting there going, damn, it's hot.
No, Beast. I've visited. No, I've visited Alaska. It'd be cold even for you.
I would like that though. I like
no,
being cold.
No, what I'm saying is it'd be uncomfortably
Nova
cold. It
Scotian
gets cold
asshole.
enough. It gets cold enough in Alaska that it's dangerous to fucking fly because your engine might ice over
Motherfucker, I
midair.
am warm right now. I need to open my window.
In
the middle of
truth be
winter.
told, there is one thing that I would like to see before I die.
What's up?
And it is, I believe it's in Austria. It's a castle called Neuschwanstein, and I've been obsessed with this
Neuschwanstein?
castle.
Castle
Neuschwanstein,
Wolfenstein.
Neuschwan's castle.
Okay.
And I do believe it is in Austria somewhere, and they do tours of it and everything like that. I love a lot of like medieval European settings,
Culture.
Architecture.
Settings.
Architecture.
Yeah, because I've done the
Architecture.
California thing, right? I've done the whole.
Oh, beast died.
Uh-oh.
He opened his
well,
window.
I-
It's-
There you go.
He opened
It's
his.
gotta cool
He
off his
cracked a
computer.
window open,
Um,
and then everything.
No. So I've done the whole California gold rush thing, right? That's really exciting for a lot of people, but that's what I grew up around. So the whole gold miner gold rush thing.
Yeah,
what-
he's
what-
refreshing. I think
What
he's
are you
refreshing.
doing? What are you?
he
what-
fucked. He did his shit. He broke it. All right, look, everybody, if you can't hear Beast for a while, just know that he hasn't said anything important yet. So
Damn.
what?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
if you
anyways,
haven't heard him yet, just
gonna
know that
finish.
nothing
There it is.
he says is ever important.
Yeah, there he is.
There we go.
Wow.
Oh
so,
my God, that's mean.
Having done the
Wow.
whole Gold Rush prospector thing, having grown up around that, that's not as exciting to me as a lot of things are. I've been through the silver mines and the gold mines. I've been down Black Chasm. I've been through the Calico Ghost Town. The one place I didn't go was the Calaveras Big Trees State Park, and I'm sad to say that the giant redwood that you used to be able to drive through because there was a tunnel cut in it finally fell, and there is no longer that tunnel to drive through because the tree's dead.
All right,
But
plant the new
these
redwood
trees
there
really
and
do get
close off the road.
these trees really do get that fucking big. Like there is one, the stump of which is as big as my house. It's a stage. That's a big
Sure.
ass tree. Like holy shit. But I want to. There's things in other places that I want to see that I didn't grow up around. I feel like if you stay in a place long enough, it doesn't matter how cool it is, you're gonna get sick of it. And you're gonna want to see something else.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Right?
beautiful where I live. It is
If you-
gorgeous.
Right?
I hate
There's so many people that want to see something like Big Ben in London, right?
Yeah, my mom. There you go. That's the
Right?
big one right there.
But
Yeah,
if
my
you
mom.
live in London,
you get sick of
you
that.
get to the
fucking
point where you
clock.
don't give a shit about Big Ben.
Shut up, clock. Like-
Yeah. Like that's
And then there's me, who, as much as I want to go to Japan,
Japan.
as much as I want to go to Japan, one of my dream vacations actually is either Dubai or Singapore.
Yeah,
I wanna
see, like
go
that-
back to
that's-
those
Singapore
places.
would be really interesting.
I've gone to
another place I'd be
Singapore
okay with
before,
going
but I
with
was
Dubai.
really young, so I don't remember much of it.
Gotcha.
So I want to
Because
go
they
back.
they are an English speaking country. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
they have a lot of
And-
strict rules.
Yeah,
But-
and Dubai, I was only there for 3 days, so I want to go back.
Dubai?
Yeah, because one of my dreams is to go to Dubai and drive around like an exotic car that I rent for like a day or two.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
just,
You just want to rent a really pricey exotic car.
Fuck
yeah,
dude,
I
why
just
not?
want to rent an exotic car in Dubai and drive it around. Why the hell not?
That's
Right?
that's
Like,
fair.
Mags,
What's our
what's
next
your-
space
So
bill?
cool.
Do we have an
I said,
luxurious.
yeah, I said Scotland. I said Scotland.
You said
It's a
Scotland.
beautiful country.
Get yourself a bunny Scottish lass.
Now there's now we have a space mail from some like Dekek Hirono guy. I don't know who that fucking guy is.
Who the
Uh,
fuck?
Corono?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Heck.
Anyway, his question is for all of us: what game are you all most excited for this year?
My game
That's
already
a-
came out.
Very tough question.
I
because
have
I
no,
know there's-
I have numerous.
Mine is easy. Mine is easy.
Yeah. What's yours?
Mine in Final Fantasy 16.
That comes
Yeah,
out
okay,
this
that's
year.
a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
This year in July, I think.
Oh,
June or
I
July.
thought it wasn't coming out until
Forspoken?
2024. Damn. Okay.
Forspoken is coming out. Wild Hearts is coming out. Hogwarts Legacy is coming out. Dead Space
The new
that's a
fucking
remake.
Tears of the
Remaster.
Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears
That
of the
one's a
Kingdom
big
is coming
one.
out.
Mhm.
There's that. Okay, these are all on the level, right? There's.
So-
It's hard to be like
One
any
Piece
of these is
Odyssey
more-
already came out.
Oh yeah, did you?
Yep.
Did you get your hands on it?
No, I haven't played it yet because I'm a procrastinating cunt.
He has it in his library.
I
and
owned
said,
it
"Ooh."
before it came out. I just never loaded it up
Yeah.
because I'm a fucking
I-
asshole.
I already pre-ordered Wild Hearts, by the way, so you know I'm playing that.
I want to pre-order, I just can't yet. Don't have the money. So,
Oh, hang on. We got more shit like Payday 3's coming out this year.
oh,
Oh,
Payday 3. Yeah, that's a big
brother.
one. That's a big
Dude,
one.
Payday
we're
3, and
you
I know-
negs.
I was never a huge Payday fan, but I played. But I know a lot of you have Payday history.
Me.
Yeah, me, Beast,
Yeah.
and Negs, we had a Payday group called Hellhounds Payday 2. That was our
we
shit.
need to rename it the
Here's- see, here's
Dipshits
the
Payday
thing.
2.
I would like to join you guys on that because I want
Oh,
to
yeah.
kind of experience what you guys experienced with that because I never had a reason to play Payday 2 because I didn't have a group, So
Oh, Payday.
oh,
I
let's-
mean, if you
uh,
own it, we could always play
so
it now.
when
There's still
Payday
new
3
heists that I
comes
haven't
out,
done.
I'll get in on that with you.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
there's
I'm down for that.
there's
Because
one
Payday,
there's one
we had so much fun.
there's one Vic and I are really looking forward to that's coming out in March, in fact, and that's the System Shock remake.
System Shock.
Shock.
Oh, Atomic
played
Heart's
that
coming
for the
out in
first
like
time.
mid-February.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That
System
game's
Shock.
turned
I-
around
I-
too much.
I
at this
played
point.
that when I was 14.
Sons of the Forest comes out in February.
Mm.
Oh, System Shock is something else.
Without
The
System Shock, we wouldn't have
precursor to
BioShock.
BioShock.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same people that made both. BioShock's the one that really caught on because System Shock was a PC game in the era of like Sierra PC games on an old like 386. Like so that's like original King's Quest era point and click adventure game. That's like nobody's gonna know this name, but that's like Betrayal at Krondor era. You know?
Yeah. Well, actually, I do know that name. Holy shit!
You do? Oh my god!
You just
Oh my
just
God.
made
Did you
you
mention
just made
Lords
me
of the
feel
Fallen earlier?
incredibly old. Lords of the Fallen. At some point, I know it's not this year, but at some point in the future, the Silent Hill 2 remake.
Also, I put
need
Lords of the
to-
Fallen on wishlist.
I need to cowboy.
I
up and
told
play
you
through
about
this.
it.
I know you did.
Yeah. And
But,
you immediately wishlisted it because it looks fucking
No,
sick.
like my personally, currently, the one I'm looking forward to the most right now is gonna be coming out next month, and that's fucking Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners Chapter 2. Because I won't shut the fuck up about it because it's the best zombie game I've ever fucking played.
It was good. Aside
My
from that one
next
glitch, it was
upcoming is
really
Zelda.
good.
My next upcoming is going to be Zelda.
Yeah. Okay.
Zelda and then like Wild Hearts, I really am interested in it. I am.
It looks.
Yeah.
good.
It's just that like I said, I don't have the money for it right now, and it's like fuck.
I'm
Yeah,
one
no,
sword.
for Walking, like
Is
Vic-
Star Wars coming out
Vic-
this year? Or is that next year?
Star
That's
Wars?
The
I
sequel.
think late this year, early next year.
Yeah,
there
because that's
is-
another one.
I've had Blue Protocol wishlisted forever. Wolong Fallen Dynasty is coming out soon. Atomic
Wukong.
Heart, like
What about
you
that
said.
game Wukong?
Shut up.
Vic's over
Oh,
here like,
it's
no, don't
literally
even honor
dropped-
the names Wukong.
Okay.
No, it looks really
I
good.
hate it. Street
The
Fighter
Right,
game
6.
looks
no.
really good. Though.
I'm actually excited for Street Fighter 6 because of the control scheme.
I'm not much of a Street Fighter guy, so I never really. had
I-
I
interest
never
in it.
was
Don't
either
like-
because I couldn't do quarter circles. So I
I don't like any of the new
automatically gated
characters.
out.
That's my problem. I don't like any of the new characters.
Yeah. I have
Even
a
the
problem with
return,
their
even
art
the
style.
even the one returning from who was the last character released in 5, which is Luke.
You-
I don't like him.
You want to know? You want to know what I need?
What?
I need a Soul Calibur 7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need combined rosters of Soul Calibur 4, 5, and 6 with guest
Yep.
characters if we can get them. I need the custom styles from Soul Calibur 3 reintroduced into Create a Character. I need
Yeah.
all that in Soul Calibur 7. That's my Soul Calibur 7.
You
I
think-
need a Dead or Alive 7.
No.
I
don't need
agree
that.
with you. I agree with you on Soul Calibur 7 and your ideal Soul Calibur 7, but you know that's not going to happen, right? I'm sorry to
That's
crush
the
your dreams.
tragedy.
I know, but
That's
the
the
thing
thing.
is, I know we don't have much hope for Soul Calibur.
The
but
thing is, what
Team
pissed me
Ninja
off was
is looking at rebooting Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive yet again. So there is hope for that. They haven't
True.
confirmed anything, but
what pissed me off was Soul Calibur 6 had such a shitty like set of just DLC.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I liked the guest characters, but I wish there would have been more.
I wish
See, you like the
But they
guest
added
characters, and I
more.
didn't like. I only
See,
like one of them.
I had Soul Calibur 6 Deluxe Edition. So I got Season
Yeah.
Passes 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Or well, I got Season Pass 1 and then I bought Season Pass 2. Like I have everything Soul Calibur 6. The thing
Yeah.
is, I wish the DLC rollouts were better. They're just not better. They're not good. They're okay. They're just mediocre.
I mean, 2B and Geralt had never been in a title, right? You know,
Mhm.
so
I
I like
didn't-
both of the characters. I
I
think
didn't
Oh, I
like the
love
original
them.
2B.
unique. Having Haomaru step in was, I mean, he's a little similar to Mitsurugi for my taste, but
Well,
was-
Hohomaru was added because of Samurai Showdown.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They had a crossover, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Which I thought was cool. You know, But they could have definitely expanded. They could have gotten some stuff from For Honor in there. They could have gotten maybe a Guilty Gear character. Imagine
For
Viking
Honor,
and Soul
that would have
Calibur.
been hard to get. For
Oh,
Honor
I
would
would
have
play
been hard to
Well,
get.
For
Vikings. You
Honor's-
know I
you're-
would play.
For
You're
Honor
going through
crossed over.
Ubisoft.
You know
For
I'd
Honor
play
crossed over.
Viking.
It got the Warden in another fighting game.
What one?
Vic, you know I'd play Biken.
Um,
You know I
I
would.
think it was Samurai Showdown. It might have been. I don't know. I know you would play Biken, but like
I would-
that's
I
the
would play
thing. Like
Viking.
having these characters in a more accessible game.
No,
like Soul
for
Calibur.
the
I like
warden.
Soul
The
Calibur's
warden
control
was a
system.
crossover with Dead by Daylight.
It was also a crossover in a fighting game.
Ah, okay.
Really?
When was the Warden a crossover with Dead by Daylight?
The
It might
They
have
had a
been
For
Tekken.
Honor
'Cause Tekken has a
crossover.
lot of. Tekken
it's,
has a
no,
lot.
it is
of
Samurai
Tekken.
Showdown. Samurai Showdown has the Warden DLC from For Honor.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next
And then
Space Mail?
did you've seen Tekken's long? Oh, there's no more Space Mail, dog. That was it.
Hey, we got through
Uh,
them all.
I just want to make sure we got through all of it before we ended.
Oh, we got all
But-
of them, big guy.
There's also like easier games like Blade Strangers that I would love to see more love for and like workshop support for. And they had the what was it? Keep forgetting. It's the pixel art Smash clone, like Champions of Aether or something like something of
Yeah,
Aether.
Champions of
Rivals
Aether.
of Aether.
Or
Rivals of Aether, where you can workshop your own characters into
Yes,
that. and
you
make
can
your
get
own
a character
Smash
that's
game.
called Ouija.
That's getting
Yeah.
a sequel, by the way.
That's really cool.
Is
It
it?
also has a
That-
dating
something
sim.
like that, like because one of the big things that we did was the Mugen thing, right? Where you can import your own characters and you got your own fighting game, basically.
Well, if you got good
And
modding,
You
can
could
mod
have
your own
you could have
character.
Exactly.
Sans versus SpongeBob.
Yeah,
can straight up
fucking
do that, yeah.
assholes. The
Versus
boss
Luigi.
characters, I swear
You
to
can
God.
have Virgil versus Aizen if you wanted to.
Yeah,
but
Virgil versus
having
Aizen versus
another-
Luigi.
Having another engine that we can kind of do that with, I think would be really cool.
Yeah.
You know,
I get you.
eventually, I would love for there to be a 3D Mugen style game where you import,
Dude.
you just put the 3D model in the game and it's got its
Dude.
animations and its control scheme, right?
That will be in the future, Vic. And when that
Yeah.
happens,
But
you
you
and
understand.
you and I are getting on that. You know we're
getting on that
that
because that's going to be the ultimate play from chat system.
I enjoy that type of shit because I remember when I was talking to you the other day about how I was editing Mugen and
Yeah.
like all the different attributes and shit,
Uh-huh.
and how I was like, yeah, like I made it so that like all the
Those
characters with
transformations.
forms, they transform like way more often and they make it way more dynamic. Than just thinking like, oh, like, you know, after like 70 fights, then we finally see Ultra Instinct Goku, and we're like, what the fuck? Like, we have to
Yeah.
wait 70 fights for that? Like, I want to see it
Yeah.
more, you know? I want to see ramp up every
Yeah.
single time. Every match is a show match.
Yeah, and there is, like I said, we got to figure out that variable in the transformations that causes them to go back to base form when they lose a match.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah,
That is true.
So there is. I turned that off for one of our previous versions. It wasn't the King's version, but it was one of the previous versions.
Yeah.
We can definitely work on that. The other thing is, after you're done with your school call, I should hopefully still be up before work. We need to
Bet.
get back in a call because I need to show you Jump Force CPU versus CPU.
Bet. I'm down for that.
Yo,
I'm
no.
down for that.
Let me vouch
You
for
don't
this.
understand.
That shit
I've
is
seen Jump Force. I'm aware.
Oh
fucking the
no,
camera angles
you
and
don't
the particle effects,
understand. What?
It's a
Okay,
ride.
no, we have to.
And
we have
I'm
to
sad
tweet-
because I'm missing character packs from it that I can never get.
We're gonna
I can
have
never get
to-
Todoroki.
when we do show you it, and if we ever do like an official thing, AI difficulty is gonna have to be messed around with because
Yeah.
if it's too high, it just
There's
turns
a
into
little
them
bit of
dodge
spam.
spamming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it at level 6 this next time when we demo it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because right now, there's a couple of characters that just Asta. He's got a super that's unblockable, and the AI never.
Damn
dodges
right,
it.
as it should be. As it
But,
fucking
yeah.
should be when he slices through your goddamn soul.
Yeah, but like it's so cinematic and like to the point where they have like Dead or Alive style zoom ins where you feel the hit, like it zooms in on the jaw as it's going, and you're like, oh, Like,
I
you
mean-
filled the arena with a tail beast bomb, and there's a fucking crater and a body sitting there.
Dude, I didn't know they added
Mhm.
Oz to the Jump Force.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of characters you wouldn't have. And I'm like I said, I'm still missing like 3 or 6 characters.
I mean,
and I'm
I
angry.
mean, you could probably look for like a CD key for the DLCs,
That's what I was actually going to
You
suggest,
might
looking for
find
a
it.
CD key.
I wonder,
or
like,
one of us can look for a deluxe edition and then get
Yes.
that.
I would love to have, because I think it was later DLC, either pre-order or later DLC that I'm missing. I either have to mod it in, or I have to find a CD key for the DLC.
Because I found a deluxe edition one.
What does deluxe edition include though? Like,
You said
that's-
Todoroki, right? Which
I
is
don't know.
definitely,
Todoroki is
that's
one of the
definitely a
characters I have.
DLC, not pre-order. That's definitely DLC.
yeah. So
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to find it.
I don't
but
have
hey,
Giorno. I don't have.
You have Giorno Giovanna?
Yeah, I don't have. Fuck, man.
there's a lot of characters. We'll figure something out. We can find
Yeah.
My
something.
name's Giorno, but my friends just call me Jojo.
All right. I think though that we're gonna end out the pod here because
Good.
yeah, this is a good stopping point. I think we've cleared up. We've talked about a lot today. A lot of D&D, a lot of other things. We went through a shit ton of other topics and shit. But yeah, no. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you everybody for watching. For those of you on YouTube and shit. And yeah, we'll see you guys again next week for some more D.I.P.S.H.I.T.S Podcast. Take care. Take it easy. Goodbye,
Good night.
Jojo.
Goodbye.
God fucking.
Goodbye, Judge.